You want to know what this was really all about? Ehrlichman said to the reporter. The Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and black people. You understand what I'm saying. We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black. But by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night in the evening news.
This North American experiment, founded by European terrorists who tricked the world on projecting their criminal traits on us. I'm a generation they try to snuff in the womb while handcuffing our fathers. Some drugs that seem so consuming. Human depravity, our parade is entertainment. All of your coke bars are subpar. Let's start with the tidal wave that washed away any sense of community. Harsh conditions may die and we'll shop them dishes. Young guy witness, so see respect the house vacant, emaciated, smell the burning plastic while hitting the glass. Smashing the sill of the castles with bicycle wheels to chase a hit. Some would still beg a start, turn tricks in the park to buses frequently. A lady with running makeup, stains, scantily clad clothing and twisted wigs would speak to me. Horrors of the night, back then we called them pipers. Friends, parents afraid to speak, lost all their teeth. Concrete shuffling up the street. Low key was biggest dealers, few steering. German engineering, but OGs long the currency in the official industry. That's petitions, real estate, entertainment. Take your pick. Young boys getting drafted for corner boy status. Imagine they envision bigger than loose women, sneakers or jewelry. Usually judged by jewelries or stripped by robbers and qualified for their firearm. They was on intersection monopoly. Were properly owned by slumlords. Refused to sell the blacks when they migrated to the north. But fast forward, Lord Vape ball jackets, guard jackets. A block I thought beautiful looked more ragged. Murder became usual. When I was just looking for toys out of the Fruit of Loop box. Before I'm old enough for cops profiles. Pair of siblings went wild, so disappear when they did recoup. Turns out your blood was offensive, a bready flip. Saw the fiend get clipped around the corners. Lady screams, it's piercing. Dear friends became estranged. Somebody stole a wrought arm railing for change at the metal shop. Youngin got popped in his head and survived, but his eyeball cocked. Deserved a lot, but I ain't seen nothing. Most of the top hustlers is busted and washed up the ditches of liquor with sugar livers. Figured I'd give a true view of the era of the failed dare program. Re-examine your stories, no glory in this. After school special to stretch you. Re-examine the hype of late 80s, early 90s grimy life.
We're in touch with a lot of the underground chemists who are synthesizing new compounds, and they send a lot of them to us for testing. We don't give them any feedback, but we like to monitor what's out there in the street. And by the way, our lab was the one who discovered the crack epidemic, and we discovered crack 13 years before the word was even introduced into the lexicon. We had monkeys smoking crack cocaine in the basement labs at UCLA 13 years before the word was invented, because we knew it was coming, and we wanted to make sure that we understood everything. We're working on the next ones already. Drugs that are out there now on the street.